I'm Stacey Diefenderfer. I'm an associate principal research scientist at the Virginia Transportation Research Council. I get to basically play in the roads and play in the lab all of the time. I'm responsible for basically meeting VDOT's needs in terms of research related to asphalt and asphalt pavements. I've been in the asphalt industry as a professional since 2003. I started working for VDOT when I came out all but dissertation from college and moved into research the next year. Before that, I was at Virginia Tech. I did my undergrad, my master's, my PhD there, and my master's and PhD focused on asphalt. As an undergrad, you start looking for where you're going to specialize. And my mom was actually a VDOT employee. And in the summer, one summer, went home and got the job as an hourly employee in one of the area headquarters. And I basically spent the summer flagging and shoveling gravel and raking and whatever else they'd have an hourly person do. But it was really cool. We worked in a very rural district or rural area, and a lot of times we might be the only vehicle on that road. But when we'd see people come by, these folks that lived out there, they were really appreciative of what we did. And it was really cool thinking, I could make a difference just by doing my everyday job in somebody's life. When I started looking at what I wanted to do, civil engineering was kind of an easy choice. And as we got into more advanced classes, asphalt I found was really interesting in materials, because asphalt when it's hot is completely different from asphalt when it's cold. And I figured that was the kind of thing that would be interesting, to have as a career. You wouldn't be doing the same thing in and day out as far as research, that things would change and it would be interesting. And from there, I finished my degrees and ended up with VDOT. I knew a lot because of having worked for VDOT a couple of summers in college. It's a male-dominated industry. I mean, even through college, a lot of my classes, I was the only woman in the room. I guess some of the subtle downsides of being a woman in a male-dominated industry I hadn't really thought about. There can be subtle gender biases. Sometimes they're not so subtle, and sometimes that's hard to deal with. You have to work harder sometimes to do and to be perceived as a man would. But I think that's changing, and I think that's really important. And that's one of the things that Women of Asphalt is helping, bring awareness that it may still be a male dominated industry, but we're here, we're a force to be reckoned with. And, the men need to wake up and say, we're equals. The more that companies can diversify, the more viewpoints they have and the more opportunities to improve the way they do business, whether it's as simple as, finding a more efficient way to do something, or finding a way to tap an overlooked group that can contribute. And if a company brings in women and other women see that and see that, we're happy in our jobs, we do well in our jobs, they are more likely to want to look at that as a career opportunity. I think that's important.